Okay, this is going to be like a quick overview and my initial thoughts of the Ear Armor M20 electronic earplug. The people over at Comm Gear Supply sent this to me to try out. I've used it for like 2 weeks now, even though I've had some time off of work, and overall I like it. It retails on their site for $79.99. You can use the code CallMeColt10 to get 10% off of that, if this is something you'd be interested in. But I'm not going to go through like a full unboxing, but basically what it comes with is they come inside a little holder like this, sort of similar to other earbuds, and this acts as like a little charging base. It's got a whole bunch of different sizes of the plug that actually goes into your ear canal, and then also the part that kind of hugs the inside of your ear to give it a more comfortable fit. It comes with a little mini USB-C charging cable to plug this in, a little manual, and then the way I have them set up in here, obviously you get your earplugs. I got these ones in the Coyote Tan because I'm a dork and that's the color I like everything. And the inside of the case has this little spot if you decide to use the neck lanyard, which I do, to wrap everything up in, to keep it nice and neat. It also comes with the type of ear canal pieces that are similar to your regular hearing protection, like something like these, your regular foam earplugs, with the exception that it has a little hole in it, so that way it can use the active hearing protection part. I didn't realize I wasn't lined up good with the camera. Just wanted to splice in really quick and show you that hole. It's got a little button in here. You can see how well charged the internal battery is. And then when you put your earplug into it, you can see there's a red light that shows you that it's charging in there. You put both of them in there and it charges up. It'll shut itself down, which is cool. So when you're done with them for the day, you can fit them in here. You know they'll be charged up. So far, I fully charged this once when I first got it, and I've probably used these for a couple of hours, put them in there, and then they've been sitting because I actually just had eye surgery, so I haven't had much of a chance to use them since then. And the battery's still good. I mean, these things turn on, they have quite a battery life. And if you wanted to change it out, it all changes out pretty easy. You basically just pull whatever the earpiece is that you want off. If you want the lanyard, you put it on in between the piece that cups your ear and the ear canal piece, and then this just pulls off, and that's the base unit. So you can change it out and set it up as you please. On the foam ear protection piece, there's one side of the opening for the canal that has more of like a stiff plastic in it. That's the side that goes onto the ear protection. And then to turn them on, once you have them set in your ear, there's a little soft button. It has a tactile click. You can hold it for a bit, you hear it turn on, and then it has different modes and you can click through them, you know, to adjust, similar to like your over the ear active hearing protection. Set it to whatever mode you want to use it on, then you hold it for a little while to shut it off. It has an auto off feature after a couple hours of well, and it'll give you a couple beeps, and if you want to continue to use it, you just hit the button again. Which is nice, so if you forget them on, you don't have to worry about them completely draining down the battery. The neck lanyard is a great option to have because I use them. You can use these for everything. They're rated for shooting and stuff like that, but what I've been using them for is at work. I have a lot of really loud work area in an industrial environment, and I do plan to use these while shooting too. I just haven't been able to go shooting because of the eye surgery. You know, the fact that you can just put these in, and I'll tell you that one of the biggest advantages that I can see to these is I live in South Texas where it's hot. If you want active hearing protection, you don't need to wear a huge over the ear thing that's gonna generate a lot more heat on your body. You can see I put them in there and they just started to charge, which is cool. Yeah, so there's enough to customize it and everything the way that you might like it. So far, I don't really have any complaints about it. If I had to pick a complaint, which I always do, but I would just say it's not as easy, is it does get a little cumbersome trying to wrap up. Like if you want to just leave this piece on here, the neck lanyard, it will get a little cattywampus and then sometimes make it a little bit harder to close it. That is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Something you just gotta, the more I use it, I'll probably come up with a better solution of wrapping it on there. So I'll go over really quick about putting them in your ear because there is a little bit of a procedure. and it kind of shows you in the book more or less everything that I just went over. One side is in Chinese, and then one side is in the English here. You have to stare at my ugly mug. I'm going to kind of show you. So the idea is they are labeled. If you can see it in the camera, it'll say like right, and then I have S for small. So you don't need to worry about anything with the earpiece if you're using the standard like rubber ones. But since this one is, you got to kind of squeeze the foam, get it small. And then the idea is the little, I don't know what you want to call this, it's kind of facing up. And then the button is going to be facing to your rear. So like with earplugs, grab the top of your ear, get it into your ear canal, kind of twist it back and forth. And then with the foam, you'll need to give it some time to expand. And it recommends you rotating it a little bit to get that little lip behind your the piece of your ear here, which helps with retention. But I've found with the foam ones always end up expanding and holding your ear better anyway. So once it's in there, you know, give it a good shake and make sure that it's not going to come flying out. You know, because if you're using it for shooting and stuff like that, or at your work, the last thing you want to do is lose it. Part of the reason why normally at work I use the retention that's going to go around the back of my neck. So if it did fall out, I'm not dropping them in a water tank. But anyway, then once you get them in, let it set, hold the button. It beeps, you can hear it on. Like I can hear, I'm always yelling, I can hear my voice very clearly, and it's got a couple different settings. Then you just hold it and it turns off. So pretty simple to use. It's no real different than the over-the-ear hearing protection, except it's just in your ear, and it works phenomenally. I'm going to cut in a clip really quick of me around some of my loud stuff at work, and you can hear the loud environment, and of course you're going to hear it, but it's not discomfortable. It's not uncomfortable at all to your actual hearing. So, like I said, I've been using them at work. I'm happy with them. I think they're a pretty fair cost for what they are. If you're going to use my 10% off code after tax and everything, I mean, you're going to be under 80 bucks, which is slightly more than if you were buying like a good quality over the ear. But like I said, in a hot environment, or just the ability to be able to stick this in, you know, a pocket, or easily fit it inside your toolbox, it's going to keep it from getting real dirty inside this case. The case is going to charge it a bunch of times. I mean, in my opinion, even if you're using these every day for most of your shift, you could probably go and charge this once a week. I didn't show it, but it's got a little tab in the back of the box for you to put the USB-C. So if you have an Android phone, you don't even need to carry an extra charger. You just put it in there. These are pretty cool. I'm happy with them. I'm going to continue to use them when I could start shooting and stuff again. I'm gonna try them for shooting in a bunch of different environments. I have used them when I was cutting grass with the tractor here and stuff like that too. You know, it tames the noise. Thing that I could see that would have made these better is if they connected to Bluetooth. A lot of people don't really care too much about that, and I have used these with my phone, putting my phone on speaker. Speakerphone generally filters noise out to the person receiving the call from you. With the amplified hearing protection, it picks up on the voice, and you could still communicate. I hope this overview was helpful for you. If you end up ordering from Comm Gear Supply, remember to use the code CallMeColt10. Get you 10% off. That code works on anything on their site. So if you decide you're going to get something else, that'll be cool too. You could tell them you watch my video from my YouTube page. They have great customer service. If you got any questions, they're more than helpful to make sure you're getting what you need and the right gear for you. And if you don't see it on their site, because they have so much stuff, they'll help you out. Link will be in the description directly to these. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be posting a follow-up down the road once I get a good amount of time under the belt using these with any follow-ups.